Well, hello and good morning and welcome to Weaste Allotments. Been down here about an hour. Been doing a bit of work, sorting my potatoes out, and the last lot of the potatoes. So I'm going to be showing you a clip of me doing them. I've got something really special. Hopefully, that I'm going to have enough footage of this little bird that I saw this morning. Now, you've got to remember, I live in a city in Salford, Manchester, and we don't get rare species of birds popping in to give us a visit. But we've seen to got another resident, another species of bird. It's a woodpecker, little woodpecker. I caught this morning on the camera for the very first time. I've never ever heard of a woodpecker living in Salford. I might be wrong, but this little devil is the first ever to be recorded in Weaste, I would imagine. And yeah, it was making a racket this morning, and I got a clip of it, so I want to show you that as well. And then we do the traditional walk around the plot, show you what's been happening, all the stuff what's been coming up really well. I'll show you a little failure that I had. And then we'll finish off back here, and we'll sum it all up. Okay, so see you in a bit, folks. I hope you enjoy the walk round. Right guys, I don't know if you can see in there, but I've been digging some of this very old horse manure out. Now this horse manure's been in here for nearly 2 years. So, and what I'm doing with the horse manure, come round here, I'm doing 10 more buckets of spuds. So I'll put a quarter of this horse manure in each of these 10 buckets. I'm going to mix another half a bucket in with it, mix it all together, and I'm going to put 4 spuds staggered, 2 on the bottom, 2 further up in the buckets, and I'm going to leave them. Hopefully they should start to come up in about 2-3 weeks time, which should get me past most of the frost. I was going to do 50 buckets, but I've had 10 buckets stolen. Now I'm a bit gutted really. They weren't stolen from here, they were stolen out of my back garden at home. Someone's taken them. I shouldn't have left them out there, it's my own fault I suppose. But in hindsight, I've got 40 buckets. Now I'm sorry about this wind hitting the back of my neck here. You probably can hear it on the camera recorder. But when in Rome, like I say, I've only got 40 buckets, so it looks like it's only going to be 40 buckets this year instead of 50 what I planned on. Unless I turn some of these buckets. I've got 10 of these buckets here, so I could always use 10 of these buckets and put a couple of spuds in them. I did that a couple of years ago and got £5 of spuds out of these 20 litre buckets here. So you know, we'll have to seriously think about it. Do I need another 10 buckets? I say I've got 40 buckets of these spuds. Right, further ado, let's get started. I'm just going to put the camera on the stand, and I'll show you how I'm going to mix it all together. I'll do 1 bucket, and then I'll show you what I've done at the end. So give me a second guys while I set the camera up. Right guys, ready to rock and roll there. In with this horse manure, a good sprinkling of blood, fish and bone. Some of this potato gromo, and we're going to stick lashings, once I get them out of the bag, of compost. Bit more of that, and then it's mix it all together. Oh, stick there. There's worms and all sorts in this. Put some more in there. Oh, it's lovely that. Right, bits out there. So what we're going to stick in here is a couple of these. I don't know if you can see them, nicely chitted there. So I'm going to be putting, actually, I don't want to put too many big ones in, so I'm going to put 2 big ones at the bottom and 2 smaller ones at the top. So we'll go down to the bottom of the bucket. Do this, sorry about the moving it about. So we've got 2 there. Actually, take that chit off. Chit there, 1 there. And basically put a bit more compost on top, give it a watering, and I've got to do that now with the 10 other buckets. So I'll be back when I've done them all, guys. So hang in there. It's pointless watching me do all 10 buckets, it's going to take forever. Right, won't be long. Right guys, there's me late potatoes. 5 buckets of Mary's Pineapple and 5 buckets of King Edward's. As you can see, I'm going to get another 30 buckets in here. I've already got this 10 there. I reckon I can get 30 more buckets. Just get out of the shadow if I can. So that's what I'm going to be doing. There's going to be 30 buckets in here. I've got to top them all up. At the moment, I've just filled them up 3/4 of the way full. When they start to come through, I'll top them up the rest of the way. So there we go. I've got 40 buckets now, guys. I should have 50, but someone's stolen 10 of my buckets, so I don't know what to do, whether to order another 10 or what, or just leave it now. I'm in 2 minds anyhow. But yeah, 40 buckets are all done, all planted, and 20 of them are already up, and I've already been banking them up. Other 10 will start to come through in the next week or 2, and hopefully these will start coming up about 3 weeks time, and I should get past most of the frosts for about the start of May, halfway through May. I'm hoping that they just reach the top of the bucket for about the first week in May. That way they've got a chance. So there we go, all done. Now to move on to the next stage of potting. Right guys, there's footage for verification of a woodpecker in Weaste Salford. Now I don't know what species of woodpecker he is, but he's been making a racket all morning behind my plot. He's digging into a dead tree behind me allotments. He's doing a bit of preening at the moment. I'm not seeing if he's got a girlfriend. Whether it is a girl or a boy, I don't know. Oops. Got the camera precariously jammed between a fence here, trying to hold it steady. Fantastic, absolute fantastic. Well guys, let's start this walk around. I'm sure you'll be entertained. As we're approaching the front greenhouse, we are confronted with a new pot hanging basket. Inside there are some trailing lobelia and my favourite little flower, the marigold. In about 6 or 7 weeks that's going to look absolutely glorious, just like in the last year. I've been acquiring a few a new water butt here for a couple of quid, and this thing here, this is it's got wheels on it. I'm not too sure what I'm going to use it yet, but it's in here at the moment, and what's inside it is my other dahlias. Now I'm going to be planting these dahlias sometime in in the week. There's 8 varieties in there. I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing with them yet, so you have to watch this space. Anyhow, let's swing the camera around and have a look in the greenhouse. Well, we seem to be amassing a few troops in here. All the first earlies are kestrels and international kidney. Second earlies, they're all at the top of the buckets now and filled up. On this side, the Duke Yorks all filled up to the top of the buckets, all except for these Swift. Now you notice they're just starting to come to the top of the bucket now, and this was done in that no peat compost of B&Qs. Bit annoyed really. I actually chucked a bag in by mistake. In fact, I didn't know I had the bag. I just picked it up because it looked so much like the other one. Anyhow. As the result clearly sees, no peat here, and I've used exactly the same sort of fertilisers: microfungal, fungi, gromo, bloodfish and bone, potash, or you know what I mean. So there's the difference between the two. It's the compost what's at fault there. So if you're going to grow your spuds, don't use the no peat compost, because you'll be in trouble. As you can see here, mate, I've got some collies and some lettuce there are doing really well. There's a few tomato plants there. There's even a flower on that tomato there. Unbelievable. These are me sweet corn. I've just repotted these on. I've got 39 out of 40. I put 40 seeds in and 39 germinated. I'm a bit annoyed because I didn't get the other one. So I can't get a proper square. Well, it ain't going to be a square, it's going to be something like 5 by 10. There'll be 10 long, 5 deep. You're best off doing these in basically like that, but wider spaced out. You know, by about 10 inches, 12 inches spaced out either way. So they can cross-pollinate each other. There's some more upright lobelia there, and there's some trailing lobelia there, and a few more different tomato plants there. I'm not too forget what they are now, but we're not got to that stage of the season yet. So keep watching, guys, and I'll fill you in on them shortly. So we're coming out of here now. Strawberry beds are looking really well. There's like 50 odd strawberries in each of these 2 beds there, and they're really packing on the leaves now. It won't be long before we start getting flowers appearing. I actually had to put the peas outside here so I've got more room in the greenhouse. All my dahlias are all starting to come up now. See them here, more here. They're all starting to sprout. Them ones in there have actually started to sprout, but what I want to do is put the way to do a dahlia is to get a tray, and this time of year you want to put 3 inches of soil in the tray, and you want to sit the dahlia into the tray and wet them. That will bring on the side shoots and the shoots. That's what I've got to do with them ones what are in that bucket, and then I can plant them straight out. Got 2 different types of mint. I don't know what this one is here. I'm not too sure what that one is there, but this green mint, and well, I'll get to the other one in a minute. But what we're still looking at here are some lilies. There's the yellow and white lilies, and that is Solomon balm in there. That needs to get planted out. There's 20 broadbeans in there. They'll all become apparent in a minute why there's 20 in there again. And then there's 3 raspberry plants to fill a couple of gaps that I've got. Moving on to the herb bed, I've added a couple more marigolds into here, and well, obviously you can see the 9 different varieties of herbs I've got in there. Let's see what we got. Parsley, curry plant, sage. It's hard to remember all these guys. Chives, like a purple mint, lavender, thyme. The one in the middle's rosemary, and I forget the hell what that one is there now. I know everybody's probably screaming what it is. I'll post it up if I can remember it in a bit. But there you go, that's your bed. I'm going to make another one of these, by the way. So I'll swing the camera around, and we're confronted with loads of different coloured tulips and daffodils coming up on all the leaves. Berries starting to form on the raspberry, the currant bushes. There's red, white and black currants there. All these little tulips are looking absolutely lovely all the way along. This is only the middle part of the front plot. Coming on to the last two beds here. It's absolutely full of currant bushes and gooseberry bushes. There's all like little tulips all coming up now. The orchard's come alive. Oh, a little robin. There you are. It's fucking amazing, isn't it? See if I can just scan into him. Yeah, little robin there. Yeah, this plot is full of life. It doesn't even know I'm there. Look at it, brave little bugger, isn't it? Hello. Hey. Anyhow, let's leave him alone. Moving on, that's where I've been sat this morning. All my trees are all starting to get leaves on them now and buds. It's looking absolutely lovely. Coming along here now. Yeah, like I said, I've been sat here between these two trees. A friend of mine gave me some comfrey this morning. Let's candle camera back out. Got 4 pots of comfrey. You have to excuse this greenhouse, it's looking a bit of a mess. Nothing to say on the potatoes at the moment. But we seem to be amassing more troops in here to go out. All the peppers, chilies are all starting to come up in these pots here now. Pumpkins and what have you. There's pak choy, there's cabbage, lettuce needs to go out, cabbage needs to go out. There's lots of tomatoes, what I'm going to be giving away. I only want 4 of them, I've got 40 of them to give away. The elephant shallots or jumbo shallots, whatever you like to call them, they're doing alright. We're not going to talk about the parsnips. We're absolutely gutted. I still ain't got some. I've started another batch off, and we don't know though. There was germinated half of them. I picked them out with tweezers like Dan did in one of his videos. I actually did it a couple of weeks back and tried it, but no, that has failed. I'm going to have to come up to Jim's allotments and raid his parsnips. I think that's the only way I'm going to get parsnips this year. But yeah, there's a couple of what's he call it's going there, cucumbers, and there's more cucumbers in the end, so they're all coming up. More chilies here, so it's doing really well. Even that tree's starting to pick up. So yeah, that's the greenhouse. Coming on to this, oh, we've got lemon balms starting to thicken up a bit. These are my shallots, what I put in about 4 weeks ago. They're doing alright. Some more garlic there. I put these shallots in about a week or so ago, and they're starting to come up. These are spring cabbage, they're doing really, really well. It won't be long before these will be coming on for the pot. Moving on to the pond. Oh, excuse me. Moving on to the pond. A couple of goldfish there, and I've seen a frog just dive. Here's my onions. There's 4 different varieties of onions in there, guys. I just shoved them straight in the ground. Not messing about putting them in them little trays and growing them on in the greenhouse. I've got no space to do that, so I just stuck them out. I said it's Turbo, Stuttgart, Stratton, I forget what the other one is, and I can't tell you because the bloody rain has washed the markers off the labels. So what I'm going to have to do is go back to one of my videos and see what they are, and then I can write them back on. The garlic in this bed's doing absolutely fantastic, and same in this bed over here. The garlic's doing, I mean, look at the garlic, guys, it's really doing well. I'm going to give it another drink of Epsom salts shortly. I've been taking a break from doing a bit of work here. You don't often see me do anything. I just spent nearly 2 hours digging that out. I'm out of breath actually, that's why I had to kick it in the head. In the video, well, these are me my last of my potatoes, 10 buckets. There's Maris Piper in here and King Edwards. These are these are the main crop. Now there should be another 10 buckets here, but sadly someone stole 10 of my buckets. There's 27 quid gone up the chute, I can tell you. But yeah, anyhow, so this year sadly I'm only doing 40 buckets rather than 50. And I can confirm that these are collies, definite collies. I was right, I knew I was right, but I had my doubts. It won't be long before they start filling out, so who knows, we might get a crop of them. And God, there's a weed in my bed. Look at that bloody weed there. Oh no. Oh, that's got to come out. I'll hit that with a spade in a minute when I finish this video. Joke, I can't believe I saw that. Oh, there's a lovely little flower. I don't know what these are called, next door neighbours, but they come up every year. She's got a little black currant bush here, and there's loads of well, I don't know what these are. They're sort of trees, but it's got some real sharp spines on them. These are a rose. And then they've got me brambles along here. This is that chicken poop. I've been filling it up into my wormer. Now, tell you what, guys, it's absolutely stonkers with this stuff. It's absolutely loaded with worms. I'm just trying to clear some space. Well, this compost bin here. What I'm going to be doing is cleaning the chickens out later. So what I do is I take all the sawdust and what have you and chuck it in there. I'm going to be putting some grass in it as well. That's what I did last time. So the missus is cutting the lawn at home, so I'm going to be bringing some grass down and mixing it with the chicken manure what comes out of the chicken coop later, and start it all again. But this stuff's really good. It really is. Honestly, it's absolutely solid with worms. So I'll be using that shortly, and more than likely I will be putting it on these. Although looking at my rhubarb, it doesn't need it. I mean, I've never seen healthier rhubarb ever. I can't see any nibbles out of it at all. Nothing's had it yet. Although I've had it, I've been eating it like by the. Well, I was going to say the shed loads, but I did do, don't I? But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. That. I'll take some more as well, probably from this end. Thin it out a bit. I thinned it out up here, so I'm going to thin it out here next. And it tastes absolutely gorgeous, especially with custard. Hear me, girls, mischievous as ever, scratching around. I've been throwing them worms from that chicken poop, the compost bin, and they've been fighting over them. I've had to individually give them so they've all got a fair share, because there's one or two of them there what bully the rest of them. Right, guys, so we're going to end the video, the walk around with this fiasco. These are my broad beans. I've had to pull, well, I'm going to have to pull 3 up. What happened was, I did a little video. Now I'm not going to show that video. It was absolutely, breaks my heart to showing it you. They were all about 14 inches high. They were absolutely gorgeous. So I did all the canes. Set all the canes up here. These are all the frame I've made. Started off, I did the frame and I never turned the bloody camera on, so you can't see how I built it, but it's straightforward. I mean, even a monkey could do that. Then I got all the pots, I lined them all up and I put them all in. And then my mate come over and says, "Mark," says, "can you give me a hand? I'm in trouble here with this raspberry bush. How do I put it in the ground?" I said, "Dig a hole." So I said, "Okay, hang on." So I walked away and I come back, and what I never did was water them in. Right? So that very night, there was a really nasty frost on here, and it took, well, you can see it's took them out. So I'm going to be taking these out again. That's why there's 40 more broad beans been started. There's even flowers on these. I don't know, they might pick up, they might not pick up, but I do know 2 of them there they ain't going to pick up. And what really what winds me up the most is I give the backups away to my mate Jim, and then backups would have filled the spaces the ones what have died. So there you go. So I do cock it up, and I've cocked it up twice now with these beans. First time I was being lazy. I should have tied them up and I didn't. They hit the floor and there was an hard frost and it killed them. And again, a couple of days ago, I put them in and forgot to water them. So you do, you know, these mistakes can be made. But there you go. That's the allotments in its entirety. I've just noticed there the wind's blowing from the north at the moment, so they've got a northerly wind. So I hope you like the video, guys. Anyhow, back to the chair here. I'll set the camera up and we'll have a natter. Hi guys, well, that was awesome. It's not every day I get to see a woodpecker on Weaste Allotments, and yeah, incredible as it may seem, the wildlife is actually coming back to Salford. Just as I was filming that, I missed it out of shot, but there was an heron flying over the top, just flying away from it. And we had a sparrowhawk hovering over the allotments the other night. I've not got a video of that, but I've got a couple of pictures. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put them into this into the video. It might be too difficult for me to do, but if I can, I will. Yeah, as you saw the walk rounds, everything's looking really good. Well chuffed with getting everything sorted now. I've still got a lot of stuff to do. I really have. As you saw there, was sorting out that chicken manure. It was just getting too much in the bucket, so I've been putting it into my wormery, and it's absolutely stonks with worms, big fat juicy worms. These the chicken poop. So I'm well chuffed with that. Right, what I want to do now, early on in the year I was giving a shout to 10 of my favourite YouTube channels. Now I thought, since I do watch a lot of you guys out there, I thought I'd start giving you another 10 a shout. Now this time I'm going to be giving a shout to a few lasses as well, because like I say, they do just as good if not better than some of us lads. But before I give any lasses a shout, there's one guy I want to give a shout. Now he's a lad who lives in the States. His name's Anthony Dix, so that's D-I-X. He's got his own garden allotment, and it's absolutely fantastic. He's put a few clips up there. That's who he is, and I'll put his link below. The reason why I want to show this guy to you, he gets his onions in half done, in sets. He gets packs of 80, and what they are, you get the bulb with about so much growth on them, and all he does is just go along the line sticking them in, and Stuttgart and stuff like that, and he does really well with them. So I'm going to give him the first shout. He's the first guy I want to give a shout, and I think he was saying he was an ex-Salfordian from Manchester and living in New York. Hey, they wrote a song about that guy. You're not the same one, are you? No, nice lad. So yeah, go and check him out, guys. He's got a fantastic allotment garden. Now the other one I want to give a shout today, number 2, is Claire of Claire's Allotments. Now Claire has got over 9,000 subscribers. She may have even more by now. How I come to find her? Well, actually, she found me. I actually clicked onto the allotment by sheer mistake, and I'm blown away by her. So anyhow, after a couple of episodes, she did one in the nude. It's all innuendo sort of thing. I don't know if I could ever find that video, but it's quite a popular one, I can tell you. She's a nice lass as well. Yeah, she does children's books. I think she's on a number 2, book 2. So there she is, and I'll post a link to her outfit if I can find one where she's publicising one of her books. I will do. Other than that, I try and find this one where she's doing it in the buff. I think she was doing it for charity, and it was you didn't see now, but you know, she's a nice girl. so I thought I'd give her a shout as well. She's got a fantastic, got a lovely allotment, and she's does little clips how to grow stuff. So go and check it out, guys. 8,000 people can't be wrong, can they? So that brings me to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and like I say, the highlight of the day for me was that little woodpecker. Okay, it was a shaky camera. I was trying to hold the camera at full telephoto. Maybe I can't think what it's called now, but anyhow, I had it at its maximum, and I'm trying to hold it in my hand like that, and you know, the hand's not exactly okay. I mean, I suffer carpal tunnel and arthritis in my hand, so it was pretty good to get a shot, any shot really. So anyhow, like I said, I'm off now, so thanks for watching. All new subscribers, leave your comments below, guys, and I'll see you all again.